This is a short one of 3 videos on the illustrator Robert Reid, and I just want to showcase some of the art I've been collecting of him. Robert O. Reid, middle initial O, is in my opinion one of the most interesting and enjoyable illustrators. He illustrated for Collier's mainly in the 30s and 40s, and then when magazine illustration jobs dried up, became more of an advertising illustrator. What's really incredible about him is the sense of poise, but also the sense of humor that's in his work. It really stands out. What's also interesting about Reid is virtually nothing is known about him. At the time, he was one of the most popular illustrators. Collier's was a step below Saturday Evening Post. He was once or twice a month doing illustrations, but the only thing I found on him, here a photo is of him, is one article. Someone did a profile of him, and what he said in this profile is he really is not that interested in illustration. What he wanted to be is a playwright. That's what he wanted to do. That's what he wanted to talk about in this interview. But I guess that never worked out because I have searched and found no plays by him. What I've seen is that most of the Golden Age illustrators who have a legacy had a family member, a child generally, who inherited all their work and kept their legacy alive. As far as I can tell, Robert O. Reid must have had no children, because there is absolutely nothing on him. No articles, his papers aren't in any collections. It's like he died, and he must have died alone, and everything he had, someone went into his house, cleared it out, threw it out. Of course, illustration work at this time was not considered high class, like fine art. It was considered throwaway. Most of the men he does in his drawings appear to be images of him, and so I'm assuming the woman, who generally has a same type and style in all his cartoon type illustrations, I'm assuming that woman is someone who he was married to, or certainly the type of woman who attracted him. But there's such a sense. Now this is the earliest thing I found by him, which appears to be an advertisement for stockings, and he did it as a cartoon. I'm guessing that this is from the 20s. And this is the earliest thing I have ever found by him. It is indeed the Saturday Evening Post. It's an advertisement. You can see his style here is much more traditional. You can see it signed by him or attributed to him. And so clearly a classically trained artist, probably of the Hudson School variety, and the date on this is 1926. So that's the earliest thing I found. I have 3 other volumes I'm going to share. Simply, my motivation is I think he deserves to be remembered. And there are some future illustrations that really are just wonderful. So take a look at those as well.